Yeah, hello there. Yeah, so Rob Atkinson. It's farm here at High Greenbury Farm Ltd. Farm with wife and 3 kids. This side of the business is purely sheep fattening. We'll do roughly 50 to 60,000 store lambs a year, bought in store lambs. My grandparents first came to the area in the 50s, mid-50s, and they bought the farm next door, which was 66 acres, a wooden shack and a few buildings, and it was £6,000. And that's how things have sort of moved on in the last 60 odd years. So we've been running a Clipex handler for the last sort of 3 or 4 years. Decided we were ready for a change. The problem we found with the Clipex was their lead-up race, the way that the flap came round on the lead-up race, it was always stopping the sheep behind that wanting to come forward. Whereas with the backing wing, it doesn't distract the view from the sheep. The sheep behind it knows where to go still. So we always have that constant flow. That really just stops hold-ups, and as long as them sheep can see where they're going, the sheep flow is just a lot better. Yeah. Same with the gate behind the clamp. The fact it's railed and not sheeted means that those sheep just want to keep going forward all the time. You know, we're roughly doing an extra 100 sheep an hour, roughly, on what we had before. So yeah, no, we're happy. We rely on that machine. Like, we'll use that machine 4 days a week. We can't be without it now, really. So the dosing gun, we had the dosing gun actually up and working on the old Clipex, because we ended up having to run that via an app on a mobile phone. It was always a bit troublesome. So when we swapped onto the Racewell and it just linked up naturally together, it's, so much more efficient. Every single lamb that we buy gets put through there and dosed on arrival. We can buy lambs anywhere between 30 kilos and 45 kilos. And the fact that we don't have to swap dosing rates, you know, it's all done seamlessly. You know, that saves us some amount of time, and we're obviously a lot more accurate, not wasting dose. And the amount of money we think we'll save over the course of 1 year because of the scale of the business. We've paid for that dosing gun twice over in the first year. It's dead easy to use, it's not heavy, it's just a simple click and it works. We try to hit a very tight spec with our lambs. You know, we're killing, you know, sort of 1,500 lambs a week. Every week we'll average 21.4 to 21.8 kilos. We know that putting our lambs through the Racewell, we can get accurate weights. It works fast, you know, we can put a lot of sheep through in an hour, which suits us because we don't have a lot of time. Yeah, brilliant, yeah, it's really good, really. Yeah. With the old Clipex, it was always one person stood there, and then we'd have another person pushing up and a third person filling races up. Whereas now we just work with 2 people, so it sort of saved us 1 person, really. I dread to think how many sheep we've put through it in the last 2 months, but yeah, it's been no issues at all yet. Yeah. The previous machine wasn't loud, but it's this thing you just don't notice it. Yeah, and I mean it uses less air than the previous machine as well. It sort of saves a bit of wear and tear on the compressor. The compressor hardly ever kicks in now compared to what we used to have. You know, it was firing up every few minutes, whereas this one, yeah, it just runs forever. The lads like having some decent modern kit to use. If it makes their lives easier, you know, then everyone's happy, because like I say, we spend a lot of hours in these sheds weighing sheep and dosing sheep, and if it can make their life slightly easier, then it's sort of good for everyone, really. Yeah.